everybody. Welcome back to episode 3 of Day Shift, our Hunter the Reckoning story set here in Miami, the beautiful, sunny Miami. Before I jump into our recap and let everybody know what happened last week, let's go around and meet everybody and see who they're playing tonight. I don't think it's changed, but, just in case. Justus, let's start with you this week.
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Justus. And tonight I'm playing Barry Sark. He is more powerful and brave behind a computer screen.
Keyboard warrior.
Yeah. Great.
Markeia, what about you?
Hey, I'm Markeia McCarty. That's MarkeiaMcCarty. I am playing Core Springman. She's bubbly and wonderful and lethal in business and also on the battlefield. So looking forward to what they will be doing tonight.
Excellent. Cannot wait. Briana.
Hi, guys. I'm Briana. I also go by Utahime Cosplay on the social medias. I play Angelique, or Angel, as everyone knows her, Dubois, the owner of the Blue Bayou, who is really trying to just wrap her head around everything that's been happening, including the fact that, maybe her grandmother, it wasn't just the dementia that started setting in. It was actually like everything was real that her grandmother was telling her, and she's starting to get some tingly sensations and figuring out she might actually have a special gift, like her grandmother said. So we're going to figure out what that is as we continue on.
Excellent. Last but not least, Luis.
Hi, everybody. I'm Luis Carazo. You can find me on the social medias just by using those names. And I'm playing Professor Diego Dominguez, who is a sort of recluse, not very social, awkwardly, talkatively introverted, ancient history professor with a bit of a fascination of the supernatural and its involvement in history. And his right now have been around 3 other people for longer than he probably has ever been in his life. And already traveled across town with them on electric scooters. So
it's a big night for you.
This is the most social I think I've been in a long time. Usually the people that he talks to are books and the characters in them.
I mean, it only took a werewolf and a vampire to get us here. So,
yes.
Yeah. And I'll be your storyteller this evening. My name is Diana DiMicco. That's all. That's it. That's what we're doing here. So we joined our hunters last week just as Angel received word that the police were on their way to the Blue Bayou. After taking a look at the distorted video footage in Angel's hidden office, security room, apartment, the cell decided that a hasty exit was probably going to be the best course of action. While Diego, Barry, and Core escaped through the back, Angel went out the front to lock up, catching sight of a matchbook from the Albert I. DuPont building. With some quick thinking and masterful improvised gear from Core, the 2 inquiring officers were very quickly distracted by a Molotov cocktail exploding in the middle of the street. After which the hunters headed to Diego's office at the University of Miami to regroup. With Diego's masterful research skills and some clues left in the margins by other curious minds, the professor determined that one of the beasts they'd encountered was a Garou, a creature desperately seeking something called the worm. Barry's skill with technology came in handy while the group decided how to gain entry to the Albert I. DuPont building. He created a fake appointment for an engaged eccentric millionaire. The millionaire part wasn't really discussed, but I decided that just sounded good. Then, just to be a shit, he deleted the appointment for someone named Anna O'Hara that was supposed to take place around the same time. After changing into some clothes that were less covered in blood and less Lululemon, the four newly minted hunters, along with Core's faithful cat Hades, made their way to the Albert I. DuPont building, a tentative alliance building as they adjusted to the new normal of life with knowledge of the supernatural. We left the group just as Angel sensed some bad juju coming from the opening brass doors of the elevator. That's where we're going to pick up. Angel. You tell me what this feels like. Currently, Barry is sort of hunched down behind you, sort of hiding. There's a very tall, invasive man in a black suit standing in front of you, getting very, very angry at Clarice, the appointment attendant that had been helping you out. What do you feel?
Angel in this moment, it's basically what Barry would see from behind is almost like if you saw someone just their back stiffen immediately, and almost where her hands were kind of at her side, you see where her hand is somewhat trembling, but she's trying to kind of control it. And if anyone were close enough, they would see where it looks almost as if just when you have that the goosebumps, the hairs just standing on end, it's almost like her head also too, where she was focused on this individual who was talking to her, instantly snaps over in the direction where she's getting this bad juju all day.
So this is this is Angel's Edge in action. It's called Sense the Unnatural. So why don't you go ahead and roll me your wits and occult?
Yes. And it is where basically for Angel, one of her special gifts is the fact that she doesn't need, it's sometimes you have to hold onto something to kind of get that sense, but she actually is now past that point because it's something that just runs in her family naturally.
And I'm going to need you to go ahead and add 2 dice to that dice pool.
All right. And you said it was occult and awareness.
And
wits. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, so that is 7.
Wonderful. With 7 successes, you not only know that there is a Garou in that elevator, but it's almost as if you can see through the doors themselves. You can see this figure standing at the back of the elevator, leaning against the railing as if nothing is wrong. For Core and for Diego, as the heavy brass doors slide open, what you see is a group of uniformed workers. Some of them have linens folded over their arms. It's very clear that they are getting ready to set up for an event. Towards the back of the elevator, you notice her as some of the other employees begin to exit. A woman with raven hair. It takes her a moment, but her eyes lock onto you. And the next second seems to stretch and stretch. It's like she's trying to decide if this is a fight or a flight moment.
How does Hades react to her?
Hades had been very calm. He comes to a lot of these fancy venues with you, and this is nothing out of the ordinary for him. But the instant that those doors begin to open, you feel his fur stand on end. And you hear that low growling, sort of yowling noise that cats make. And Hades' muscles tense. He's ready to run. Angel, because you know what's happening before those doors open, you have a split second to act before Diego and Core. What would you like to do?
In that moment, because her attention's already there, and she wants to stop Core and Diego, she's gonna say, honey, don't go into, I want to go with you. And then she's going to switch over to the gentleman, because she had already started that bad Southern accent to try to kind of put on the act. Well, I don't know what to tell you, frankly, but we had an appointment, and my best man here, and everyone over there, we're going to see the venue. And she's going to pull Barry from behind and kind of link arms. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to talk with whoever it was who made your appointments, because obviously they did a poor job. That has nothing to do with us. All right, let's go over with the sweetheart and everybody. And then she's going to pull Barry in that direction, and she's going to kind of hold and like look him in the eye, and there's going to be a look like, we need to go. Like, it's going to be a very distinct look that she gives Barry. Like, just play along.
Barry, would you pick up on that?
I think so. I think Barry more picked up on the sudden change of posture. So he was already aware that something was going wrong. And seeing as Angel was acting as his shield between this very large and intimidating man, he's not going to fight it. He doesn't know what's going on, but he recognizes when the situation has changed.
And she's like squeezing, but it's like almost like he can feel the like trembling almost. So he would know something was wrong.
You probably hurt Barry's hand.
Angel and Barry move to close the 40 feet of distance between where you had been standing and the bank of elevators there. Diego and Core, would you have picked up on this voice that doesn't really sound like Angel yelling from behind you as you stood there?
I can answer that for me very easily. I'm not aware of human beings, and especially in my peripheries. I have tunnel vision. The only human being that I would be aware of is probably just Core. So whatever reaction Core has would be whatever leads what I do.
Core specializes in awareness. It comes from her travel vlogging days, and then also with her event planning. Like, she's very aware of a room.
You know what's happening in every corner of whatever room you're in.
It's a learned ability now. It literally is. However, she's not she's not the kind of person to be really good at censoring or manipulation. Like, that's not where she lives. And her cat's like, also Hades is also reacting to this. And then just to remove confusion, this is the person that Core met at the Blue Bayou that then tore apart.
This is, you think, as the doors begin to open, you think it's the same raven-haired woman. She had a hood up and was clearly trying very hard while she was there to hide her identity. But you're 90% certain.
Okay. Core's eyes are going to get a bit wide and like a little pointy. While she's like pointing she's going to grab Diego to move closer, because there's all these workers that are walking out. So they're like parting around. There's all these witnesses. Core's going to go up to like the door where it can't close and the person can't leave, and has Diego right there. Not certain if Barry and Angel are coming up behind, but
I would be dragging Barry, or like kind of having him in tow in order to try to basically connect with you both or get as close as possible.
Yeah, Core would then, like, with the wide eyes and the pointing, be like, you. Oh, I need some answers from you.
Ooh. Ooh.
Diego.
Yes. So
Core has she pulled out her finger.
And immediately my attention is put on where Core is focusing. And I had an up close encounter with this person because they grabbed me.
Yep.
So I'm assuming I recognize them. I think that they left an imprint in me.
Yes.
Then I see them, and for a moment you just see my eyes widen in amazement, and I step forward and I say, yes, answers. The worm.
Look, man, I don't know who you think you are, but I'm on ship right now. I can't really. You can get all of your answers from the front desk. I
step closer and I say in a much more hushed tone, I can help you find the worm.
What?
Core steps in behind him, and she's still going, you.
Could you keep your voice down? This is about the time that Angel and Barry walk up.
Where can we find you? I can help you.
I don't know what it is you think I want. I just
Core pushes a random button behind the elevator now that everybody's inside.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry. You have to just ignore that. You know,
that's
it's been a stressful
voice. Oh. Stop that.
Oh,
Angel, this. I mean, we met. I met you at the gas book. Hello, I'm Core. You completely that was a person that you.
You know, sometimes I do a Southern accent just to, kind of make people feel more at home at my establishment.
You know what you did. We all do. But apparently, well, we want answers and you want answers. Right, Professor?
Yes. You want something. You want something really bad.
You can't be here.
Well, we already are standing right here.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what happened at the Blue Bayou. It wasn't. I'm sorry.
Why did you have to resort to that? What was that you were confronting?
What did you see?
We saw you tear a human being in half.
Not just a human.
It was like a blood bag.
Harry.
And
who works for me.
I was covered in it. And there has to be answers. There has to be reasons for this.
I would think that if you had seen someone tear a human being in half, you would be a little more tactful about approaching them.
Yeah, and maybe not in an elevator.
Give a glare. Keep your voices down.
Of course. Yes.
I understand that this is your place of work and people are different outside of their place of work, but we still need answers.
And you pretty much destroyed my place of work, including, and he deserved better than that, what you did.
I know it seems preposterous for you to seem to be cornered in an elevator by four people that you could. No, I know. I recognize that you could annihilate us immediately, but doesn't that say something to you that we are here standing in front of you and having a conversation of this nature with you?
It does. It kind of says to me that you don't really value your lives that much.
No, absolutely not. No. Let me offer you another interpretation of this. We absolutely value our lives, but we value what we saw in you that much more.
Dude, what the fuck are you talking about?
You were there for a reason. You were there for a reason, and I can help you find what you're looking for.
The doors at this point, you've reached floor 6, let's say, which is the button that you had pressed, Core, and the doors behind you start sliding open. And she will sort of try and shoulder her way between you all to get out.
I take out my card, my little faculty card that I have on me. It's all wrinkled and folded and old, and I hand it to her and I say, there's a conversation that we could have, and this is where you can find me. Not that you wouldn't be able to find me otherwise, but I'll be here. And I hand it to her.
If you all know what's good for you, you'll forget what you saw. You'll forget what happened. I'm so sorry about your friend.
Why did you do it?
What do you mean, why? Didn't you see that thing? That monster?
What you did to the person who worked for me. He was just a kid.
He was in my way. Like you are. Right now. You should all leave. Immediately.
Core pushes the closed door button. But what about the laughing man in the corner? That's someone that I actually knew, but he's dead. He's completely dead, but he was there, and it seemed like you were searching for them. Core pushes another button higher up. Any button. Please. We know now. And this isn't... We can't go back to how we were before. It's impossible to. And especially because he got away and he knows me and he saw all of us.
Then you're as good as dead.
Well, then you should help us. Don't you think? I mean, you could have killed us right here. Why haven't you? If you seem to have some concern over us.
Consider it guilt over having ripped someone apart in front of you.
Then what can you tell us about what we might be up against? If you think that we're in danger, then don't you think that we deserve to know at least what it is that might be after us?
And wouldn't you like to know more about what Professor Diego has found? The earthworm.
I can help you find him again.
And also, too, how about the fact that there is still a strewn about dead body and blood everywhere in my club? How do you intend to fix that?
She's going to take a step in your direction. And much like before, it's almost as if she seems larger than she was a second ago. You better check your fucking tone when you talk to me. I said I was sorry.
I'm just saying, how are you going to make it right? We obviously know what you are.
Do you? What am I? Tell me, princess, what the fuck is standing right in front of you right now?
I flipped to the page in the book that has that picture and I show it.
Yeah, that.
Lego kangaroo.
That's not the correct pronunciation, but yeah.
That's a children's book.
Lego, Roo.
Garou.
I haven't taught them how to, they're still working on, these are my new students, essentially. So
basically a werewolf. I know.
Yeah, that.
We've seen you at work. We know that you exist. We know that what we saw happened.
And we know what you're weak against.
Not.
I don't suppose you brought any with you, did you?
Of course not. We're not here to fight you.
We're just here for answers.
We just want answers. We just want to help. We just want to make sense of all of this.
And someone to clean up that mess at my place. That'd be great.
We want to help you too. You went there looking for something. And
the only thing you can help me with is by fucking leaving. Don't you understand that? Okay. There's nothing you can do against them. If they know who you are, you're as good as dead. The good news is that jackass Toby was just a low man on the totem pole.
What do you know about Toby now? Now that he's not dead?
I know he's a piece of shit. I know he killed one of my pack mates a few months back. I know he deserves every terrible fucking nightmare that haunts him now.
I'm very sorry to hear about your mate.
As am I.
So tell me, princess, tell me what it is you know about the Garou, the monster that destroyed your club. Tell me how many tables I need to replace. When my people are dying, Please tell me why I should be so fucking concerned about you.
Your people are dying.
The fact that we didn't know, obviously, that wasn't even on our radar, that obviously there would be some type of fight between
it is
beings
now, though.
Beyond the natural. We didn't know this until basically yesterday. So the fact that you just went in and had your fight when I actually did, mind you, I did tell you guys, take it outside. That didn't happen. So yeah, no, I'm sorry. Excuse me for wanting my establishment to be, not just filled with guts and blood. And the fact that obviously now I have to explain to someone's family what happened somehow. Obviously this explanation isn't going to fly.
Is it possible? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Is it possible? Because not that Core has been in this situation before, which is something that she says, but she does have a 3 in etiquette and a 3 in charisma to maybe try to de-escalate the elevator situation right now.
How?
Just going off of what Core knows from werewolf movies, i.e. Twilight is her werewolf knowledge from.
Oh boy. And
hearing about pack mates and seeing this very agitated person in front, this very, somewhat agitated person, and like things are running high. She's going to do her best with her Twilight knowledge to show that they are unthreatening towards this Garou, and try to talk on somewhat of a same level with him. Does Beast Whisperer help at all?
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah.
So what this looks like, you kind of position your body core so that you are fully facing this woman, which isn't a intimidating stance. It's not one that implies violence of any way, shape, or form. And you kind of just, maybe by instinct, you reach back and stroke Hades behind the ear. And Hades, who up until this point had been agitated and tense and ready. Hades, sensing that you are calming down, calms down himself. Animals might not be able to read people perfectly well, but animals can read other animals. And the woman kind of looks at you and looks at Hades, and her eyes narrow for a second. And then she turns back to you, Angel, and takes another step in your direction. This time she inhales deeply. And then she takes a step back. You say you're going to help me find the worm? It's right here. You fucking come to me and tell me that I'm a monster, that I ruined someone's life. What are you? And then the elevator doors start to open once more. And again, she makes a move to exit. And this time she actually kind of gets to the door and pushes her way through it. This is up on the 9th floor now. and steps out into the hall, her hand holding the door ajar. Don't ever come back here. Stop looking for answers. You're not going to find anything you like. Okay?
We're already too deep in this.
You have no idea. And stay away from her. And she'll point to Angel and turn to go.
What do you call the thing that you were fighting?
She turns back in your direction and opens her mouth as if to speak. You don't think you're about to get the answer that you want. But in that exact moment, you hear a scuffle some feet down the hallway. And then a shot rings out. And you see a spread of red on the woman's blouse. She sort of leans backwards and catches herself on the wall, turning her head in the direction of the shot. A low growl coming from her throat as the doors continue to close in front of you. You hear more shots from the hallway.
Core pushes another random button higher up.
Okay. Which button? We'll say there are 14 floors that you get to choose from.
The
14th floor is the 13th floor.
Top floor.
Let's do it.
That's because that would just be like, this is a reflex action of pushing.
The four of you are left in silence.
Barry, to be fair, I did try to keep up that Southern Belle facade. It didn't work, so I tried.
Why would you all corner something that could rip us apart in an elevator and keep us in the elevator?
Core went for it.
The very reason, I mean, when you think about it, she could have done it in Blue Bayou, but she didn't. Why would she do it now at her place of work?
And she didn't. She could have immediately, and she didn't.
Well, I mean, it is broad daylight, and obviously everything would point to her, right?
Yeah, there's cameras, and there's people, and there's workers. It's too messy. It wasn't.
Listen, I tried to warn you guys. Like, remember, Core, you said to trust that instinct. Yeah, I had that instinct about, I knew immediately, and I was trying to, but obviously we're going to have to come up with a code word or something so that way I can signal better.
I have an idea. I think we should go back. We should go back to the floor and save her. No.
With what? Are you wearing a bulletproof vest?
No, I'm not. I don't.
Gary,
I don't
you
own
have one on.
No,
I haven't worn Kevlar in like 4 years. I don't even, you know.
I don't. I'm not in the
I'm
front.
not even packing now.
Wait, Barry, you have your things.
Yes. Can you? Yes.
We can know what happened if you use the drone.
Send your eyes in there.
Yeah. That's your specialty, right? That's what you do best.
Well, yeah. I definitely have the drones, but we should get out of this box. I can't bring my drone inside. I don't want to risk it.
Well, it was the 9th floor if you can get a bird's eye view from outside, but I just pushed.
Maybe there's a window that you can have it peek through.
That seems like, okay. I'll just, let's get out of this box.
It is at this moment that your cell phone goes off with a very particular ringer. It's the ringer assigned to your niece, Ori.
Oh, pardon me for just a second. I have to take this. Hello, Ori.
Hey, Auntie. I thought you were taking me to school this morning.
Oh God. I'm so sorry, Puppet. That is completely on me. It has been an absolute crazy morning. I had to do an early viewing for a venue, I can call a car to come pick you up right now.
I mean, no, I can just walk, but I was kind of looking forward to seeing you. You've been so busy lately.
Right. That's completely on me. No, just stay there. I'm calling a car right now to come pick you up. I'd rather you didn't walk. I know you're practically an adult. It's not even a thing, but I'll have a car coming for you right now. And
a few more shots ring out in the background as you're on the call. What was that?
Movies.
There's this viewing that I'm going to is for Multimedia Mogul, and she's very about having surround sound.
Those kind of sounded like gunshots. Are you okay?
No, it's literally just the THX sound system that's in here, love. Literally that.
You should really get off the phone if you're in a theater that's sort of rude.
Oh, I know. I'm the rude one right now. Look at me. I'm disappointed in myself. I'm having a car. I'm doing the app right now to have a car come get you. And I will pick you up after school though. So, and then we can have our time together and maybe even an early dinner. So, okay, doing that right now, love.
Sure. I'll see you at like 3:30 then.
All right. Perfect.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Love you.
Love you too. She hangs up.
And she Cora just does a speed thing. It's not one of the rideshare apps. It's an app for let's say there's an app for privileged people that want to have chauffeured cars come and pick people up. That's what Cora does to have her niece.
Got that Tesla money, don't you? Okay.
Passive income is a great thing, and Cora has taken advantage of all the money that she made in events that might not have been the best thing to do now that she thinks about it.
Yeah.
All
right, Barry. Tell me what you're doing with your drone.
Well, I'm trying to bring them up to the floor that we were just on and peep through the window and see what's going on.
Okay. Roll me your wits and technology.
And would I be able to use a desperation dice for this one?
I don't know if this qualifies as something within your creed.
Okay, that's fine. Only 3.
Okay. You go to pull up your special app for controlling your drone, and there's something wrong with it. The drone isn't responding to your commands. It's like it's stuck on something, or maybe it's low on battery power right now. It doesn't seem to be working.
I can't get a good signal to my drone. It must be these thick walls. Let's get up to the roof. Maybe we can get a better signal. Okay. I hope he's all right. This is unusual.
Do you need a landline or something like that? I've heard that in movies. Plug into a hard wire.
No, that's not how this works.
Okay.
What do you need from us then?
Let's get out of this elevator.
Of course.
Oh, actually, Core, you're a genius. Yeah, I don't need my drone. And he's gonna grab the elevator, there's the panel underneath it, and pull it out and start pulling wires and connecting wires to his phone so he can access the hard line of the internal security cameras.
Did that actually work?
Look at this Tom Cruise action, Mission Impossible right now.
Yeah,
all right.
Let's figure out if it works first. roll me intelligence and technology. I take it this is you using your global access.
Yes, I would like to use my Edge global access. Would this give me a desperation die? This is highly illegal.
Yeah, but right now the desperation die pool is increased to 2.
2?
Y'all confronted a werewolf. Like it's not a thing smart people do. 5?
5.
Yeah, you finagle these wires in such a way that you're like, this is not smart technology, but you think it's going to work. And sure enough, you're able to interface with the systems.
I would like to pull up the security cameras for the 9th floor that we just left.
Yeah. You pull them up. You can see there's nothing there right now. There's sort of a smear on the wall. And if you look for long enough, you'll see 2 men in tactical gear that just sort of go room to room and check.
I'm sorry to interrupt you while you're really focused, but if you see anything of significance, is there a way that your device can take photos or record the event that you are witnessing? I'm sorry, I'll just let you concentrate.
What? I'm sorry. I can't record from where I'm at, but I can access this footage later if we get to the right kind of location. This is not good, and I'm gonna flip my phone around and show them all. But you again, you have to look directly at it to be able to see the screen. Otherwise, you get that security filter, and you all see the people in the tack vests going down the hallway. I don't know if we want to be here for this. This seems like law enforcement and
like FBI, like SWAT team. What is going on?
I think that private security, I've seen this before. There's many events that have, well, they like to hire their own security, especially the special events that I was talking about before.
Barry, you can tell by looking at these gentlemen that it's not security gear they're wearing. It's more like riot gear. Like,
no, this is full on tactical gear. This isn't your average security. I don't
This is bad.
Yeah, the last time I saw this was the riot 2 years ago. This is not normal. And those are full auto weapons.
Okay,
great.
So
that's every fine. Great.
So who's all for pressing floor 1 and getting out of here?
I think that what I can gather from what you described is that any of the creatures that we would be interested in, they wouldn't need what they have, and I'm sure they would not like the idea that the 4 of us might know what we know. So I think an exit sounds appropriate.
But if we try to go down, wouldn't they realize that we're heading that way and then intercept? And then
this is a busy office building. Surely there's more elevators.
I'm having a tour. I'm having right. I mean, someone. We're being toured. Yeah. We have an out. We have a reason for being here.
That's correct.
Right. So
we have been toured.
With what Barry says, then maybe find a different elevator bank, service elevators or whatnot. There are service elevators. We'll try that.
That's a good idea.
I
Stay
think
off
that's
the
a great
main
idea.
route. That's a great idea.
It is about this time that you all reach the 14th floor. And with a little ding, the doors begin to open. What do you do?
Right. If we just walk out this way, I think I remember where the service elevator bank was. Obviously, near the back of the building, near the delivery entrance. Do you think they were hunting her? They were completely prepared.
I think so. I think that's what it was. I think they were, yes, I think they're not good.
Everyone roll me wits and awareness.
Oh.
I specialize in instincts for awareness. Would I be able to get something extra with this?
Go ahead and add 2 dice to your dice pool.
All right.
Hmm.
3, 5.
Oh.
I have 1 as a crit and 4 hits.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Crits only count if there's 2, is that right?
Yes, I mean, having a single crit can sometimes change the exact effect of what you're having.
Okay. Then I have 1 crit and 1 regular.
Okay. As the doors begin to slide open, all of you hear sort of a shuffling noise. Core and Angel, you hear the unmistakable sound of metal.
Heard that right.
Core pushes the close elevator button without walking out.
What are we doing?
The doors begin to close, and you can hear footsteps coming your direction. And then someone has the button pressed for floor 14.
Barry's going to frantically start pushing the wires back into the thing.
Core pulls out her collapsible baton, tries to push a lower floor button, any lower floor.
These are old elevators. We'll see who they respond to. The door begins to open. It looks like it's about to, but then you press the button and the door swings shut again. And you can hear the elevator sliding down. But you also hear a man's voice. Captain, did you do anything with the elevator? It seems to be moving. There might be people inside. Did we clear this part of the building? And very faintly, as the elevator continues to go down to floor 7, which is the button you pushed. You're negative. Check that out for us.
Barry, can you scramble the footage or something?
For
this elevator.
Storyteller, can I attempt to hack into the emergency services override that makes it so that the elevator can't be opened except, how they have the little key thingy that emergency services can use?
To clarify, your goal here is to trap yourselves inside of the elevator.
No, to make it so that nobody on any other, like, we have all the control. So nobody on like floor 4 can hit the button and we stop. We're going to whatever button that we press from the inside of this.
Roll me your intelligence and technology. Remember, you're supposed to tell me if you ever fail while you're using desperation dice too.
Yep. I wasn't including them in this roll, but
okay. Just a note.
4 with 1 crit.
4 with a crit. Okay. It's an old system. I mean, this building is the better part of a century old, but you are able to kind of get access to some of the main control systems. I will say you kind of have two options here. You either keep the elevator on or you turn it off.
I'm going to turn it off.
Great. The elevator comes to a screeching halt.
Okay, don't panic. That was me. I did that.
Can you open the doors and we'll just get off here, make our way via the stairs or perhaps the back elevator?
No, it's a mechanical system, so somebody's going to have to pry it open. It's an emergency stop. It can do that.
Or it's going to utilize her baton to do the doors open.
Are we considering this improvised gear?
I guess we could.
It's not the intended purpose of the baton. That's why I suggest that, because it's going to make opening the door with the baton significantly easier.
Ah, got you. Then yes, this is improvised.
Spectacular. Go ahead and roll me intelligence and craft.
Okay.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Does Angel notice, because of the fact that she heard about look into this, she's thinking they're going to try to see the faces that are in the elevator. Are there cameras currently? Okay.
Again, this is an old building.
So it's older. It's not okay, perfect.
Not everything has been updated.
Okay.
So yeah, this works. I only had 3 dice to roll and I got 3 hits.
Okay.
So I get to do a 2 dice advantage on actually doing the thing.
Technically, your winning edge test is going to be at difficulty 4, but since you only had 3 dice to roll, I'm going to let it slide this time because I think it'll be cool. So yeah, go ahead and roll strength and athletics for this one.
I gotta put some stuff in athletics. Is there any way that we could make this be a brawl? Since just trying to.
Yes, but you're going to have to describe to me how this is like a fight.
We'll do it where it's like in a way she's attacking the door. She's not trying to finesse or flip it or anything like that. This is literally this is a thing that has to be done in a brute force way, like right now, to at least trip, hopefully, the safety features in the elevator, because no matter what the building is, they have to have elevator specs to a certain year. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, they can't utilize the elevators. Mm-hmm. So she's just trying to brute force open the door enough to have that safety feature then open enough to get it open. So
out of the blue, Angel, Diego, and Barry, what you kind of see, Core had been standing there calmly with her baton one moment, and then the next moment, you just hear this, ah! And she swings on the door, kind of like throwing her body weight into it. She even surprised Hades, who sort of jumped off of her shoulder in the middle of this action.
I am using my perk of specialization with this. So instead of the 2 dice advantage that I would get 3 for my improvised gear.
Sounds like a lot of dice in your hand.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I think that's the best roll that she has to do. So I will keep that in mind. Strength and brawl with a specialized improvised gear. Y'all will be seeing that more often. So, so the difficulty is 4 with it. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 hits. 2 of those are a crit.
Great. So you actually have 10. Yeah. She makes it look easy, completely effortless. Barry, you're like, man, I don't know if we're going to get out of here right away. And all of a sudden the doors are just open. It's kind of strange. You're not at any particular level. So there's like 2 feet of clearance where you could potentially pry open the doors that are sort of right at your forehead level and shimmy out onto that floor.
Not that I've been in this situation before. I have. But can anyone tell which floor these are?
Is anything lit up? Storyteller?
Not really, because you shut off the elevator.
Like, is there a imprint on where we can see in the doors? Because usually on the back side of it, it'll have like...
You can see from where from where you're stuck, there's no like easy way to gauge. You can see that the number of the floor you would be getting off on is rounded at the bottom.
Okay, let's go for the bottom, because if gravity sinks the elevator, we've got a better chance than it crushing us on top. Yeah.
Sure.
You first.
What do you need us to do to help and make it so you don't fall to your death?
Well, I guess Cora's going to go for the... if someone wants to take the other side of the doors to just get this open, you can just prop it.
Well,
I'll help. Yep.
I'm going to help too. It's not going to be very effective.
Yeah, like I think we both, me and Diego probably are not the best, but maybe together, teamwork.
I'm going to support.
Yeah. Y'all do that, and I'll go ahead and brace it so it'll stay open.
I really need to go to those body combat classes because obviously it's working that you go to.
Well, we have a free membership at the university to the gym, and I have actually never even set foot in there.
Oh,
Safer that way.
Good to know. Noted. All right. So holding.
With them holding the doors open, Cora's going to go for the floor doors.
The floor doors. Go ahead and roll me another strength and brawl.
Same amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Is there anything we can do to help in this situation, or are we just sustaining, or is our action making it possible?
In truth, I actually think your action would be getting in the way.
That seems about right.
But this is a pretty dire situation, so
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hits, no crits.
Ooh.
All right. Core, you attack this second set of doors with the same amount of ferocity, and they do start to come open. Barry, you realize as this is happening how loud this is. There's no way that someone didn't hear that. But the doors do open. You manage to get them maybe 18 inches open. So like just enough to squeeze your shoulders and hips through.
Core is going to call Hades to go jump out and take a look. Like, all right, my little muffin, it's your time to shine.
Go ahead and roll charisma and animal ken.
Using complex commands for my perk for Under Beast Whisperer.
Okay.
Is it okay? So is it still a thing of 4?
Yep.
Okay, then all 4 of them hit. One's a crit.
Okay. Core. What did you get to give that command to Hades? How many successes?
4 successes, no crits.
All right. And what is your exact command to him?
Okay, puppet. Hades, go check the corridor. Make sure that it's safe for Mummy. Is it safe? The space that way.
Hades looks at you and walks towards the elevator that's now sort of like ajar a little bit and sort of looks through the hole a little and turns back to you and goes, "Crow!"
Should I do the intelligence and kin to understand? Or is it just like, that sounds like a positive yes?
You know this cat well enough to know that he barely fucking checked. Like he didn't stick his head out the whole way. Like this was very much a no, Mom, you go first kind of thing. So you could probably coax them to do a little more. With 4 successes, you could probably get him to do it.
Right. Like, Hades, go out into the space. Let me know if it's good for Mummy. This isn't the time to play.
And he takes a couple little steps closer to the opening, and you can see he kind of rests his front paws right on the edge of the elevator. Elevator, the actual part that goes up and down. I'm not an elevator expert. I don't know what that part is called. So he sort of leans forward out into the hall, and you can see his little head turn left. His little head turns right. He takes a step back and turns back to you. He goes, "Row," which is enough to mean looks clear.
Yeah, I'd be like, sure. All right, then. And Core puts Hades off to the side. I'm going to try to make this quick. And Hades is given the clear for me. I'll give the clear for each of you. But we do this fast, yeah? Fast, and we make it to the other elevator bank. Right then. Core is going to, as quickly as possible, get through that space onto the floor.
Real quick, how sure is Core of the location of the service elevator? I don't get the sense that she used it a lot.
I think she had to know where it was to supervise people, to guide people, to utilize the service elevator for the event.
Okay.
So I don't see a world where she doesn't at least somewhat know the schematics of her events. I'm thinking a Jennifer Lopez, the wedding planner type of a deal.
Yeah.
Okay. So she knows the exits. I think that's one of the things that she would just.
All right.
Yeah.
So right now you are heading out into the hallway to get the all clear, and you'll let everyone else know when it's good to go?
Yes. I mean, Core trusts Hades and would tell everybody else to just get out of the elevator, but she'll take that extra bit of safety to clear it herself as well. Hades cleared it for her, she'll clear it for them. Hopefully.
Are you trying to be quiet?
No, she's rushing to get out of this location.
Spectacular. Go ahead and roll me Dex and Athletics for this.
Oh no. I really should put something in athletics. That was on me. Oh, this is so bad.
I feel that. I feel that in my core.
This is gonna be so bad. Okay, not that bad.
Out.
One. I got one of the two dice.
One is enough that half of you gets out without incident.
Oh man.
So every worst nightmare. Do you go head first or feet first?
Oh,
I believe it'll be head first.
All right.
Because she was just like, right.
oh my God.
The rest of you watch in absolute terror as Core just kind of like nose dives through this little 18-inch by maybe 16-inch hole that she's created for herself. And she kind of like shimmies her shoulders through. And I seem to recall Core being described as a curvy gal.
Muscular, not necessarily.
Okay.
I was the curvy one.
Okay.
I think this might have caught on her fanny pack, let's be honest.
Oh, I love it. It's perfection. All right. So you get about halfway out and your fanny pack kind of like snags on the edge of the door, the actual elevator door. And there's this split second where you feel the elevator drop. Just a little bit. Core, I need you to go ahead and roll me. Let's do composure and leadership. I know that's a strange combination.
Yeah, don't have anything in leadership. She is pretty composed though. She's got 3 in composed. So yeah, I guess I'm just rolling 3 dice here. Okay. 9, a 6, and an 8. So that's 3. 3 hits, no crits.
3 is what you needed to not wet yourself in this scenario. You almost feel it happen, but you're like, no, be brave. You do let out this little squeak, though. That's just sort of like, and you saw your whole life flash before your eyes in that moment. But you do kind of move with a bit of haste, getting the rest of your body shimmy through this little hole that's now just a little bit bigger. You sort of topple out of the elevator into the hallway and immediately see this big smear of blood on the wall opposite you, recognizing this as floor 7.
So good news, we're not on floor 9 where the shooting happened. However, something happened here on floor 7 because there's blood. Hades, come to mommy.
So we're relying on a cat. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Are we supposed to follow? That didn't seem to go. I mean, it didn't go terribly bad for you, but it didn't go.
Yeah. And the choppy thing, the choppy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hades does kind of jump out of the elevator right back onto your shoulder. Core, all of you can hear from below you somewhere. You hear a couple more pops and what sounds like a car running into the building. The noise is that bad. The walls shake just a little bit. The floor shakes a little bit.
The elevator shakes a little bit.
Just a little.
Barry, maybe if you do like, when you're doing video game and you like do a quick touch with the button, and you do that to make the hole wider so all of you can get out and we can pop off.
Yeah. Try that, please.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds nice. Yep.
Are you doing the good old squeeze?
Can you?
I don't think it'll work that way.
I don't want to be in this elevator anymore. Please, Core, can you just can I reach for you and you can help pull me through?
I got you, mate.
Oh.
Be careful, please. Be careful. Oh God.
I'm grabbing Angel on one side and Core on the other, and I'm gonna just try to get through. I don't want to be in this elevator.
No, you can do it. I believe in you.
Don't chop him in half. Don't chop him in half.
Oh,
Don't chop him
Does
in half.
Diego have his eyes open or closed during this
There's
process?
no way my eyes are open. There's no way. First, I throw I have a satchel with the books, and I throw it through to the other side.
Think, si se puede. Si se puede. You can do this. You got it. You got it. Mm-hmm.
All your air out of your body.
Roll me Dex and athletics, Diego.
This is going to be so bad. Actually, it's not going to be that. Well, it's okay. Well, let's see.
Well, I'm technically also helping.
Yeah, but not in a good way because he's holding on to both of you.
Diego doesn't fall to
push me through.
He's making it so much worse by holding on to both of you.
I'm trying to stabilize myself.
I'm trying to help.
We're trying to pull him.
Okay, so Diego, you do you go foot first or head first?
Here's what he would have done whatever Core did, which was head first, right?
Right.
I don't think that he's not a leader. He's gonna try to do what he's gonna follow. So
okay.
Yeah.
So you kind of lean through and Core has your hand, but you realize that you're gonna have to drop Angel's hand in order to go the rest of the way through. So you turn back and you're like, Angel, grab my feet.
Yes. Give me a boost.
Okay.
Angel's is kind of holding onto your shoes while you rely on Core to pull you out of the other side.
Pretty much.
It for all of the grace with which Core performed this action, you look like a fish trying to get out of this. You're just sort of wiggling helplessly, but you do make it through. The elevator does not shift at all. You do not ruin your underwear.
I just think that Core is in cradling him. He's on the ground and she's looking down at his face and she's like, see, it's not even a thing. And then gives him a point.
That wasn't a thing. That felt like a thing.
That was a thing. That was a big thing.
Okay.
He pulls out a lozenge, unwraps it, and shoves it in his mouth.
All right. It's me and you, big guy. All right. You know what? All right. I've taken some bar classes. My mom used to be a dancer, so I'm just gonna try to channel that ballet training somehow. Okay. Wish me luck. And she's going to try to kind of use a little bit of that experience with some dancing to try to hopefully get a little bit of a leap going to try to grab onto that ledge to try to get half her body there.
Okay. Roll me Dex and athletics, but go ahead and add 2 dice to the pool because I know that Blue Bayou held quite a few dancing events.
Oh, we had plenty of salsa, bachata, merengue. We got all that good stuff. I mean, we'll see if we continue with blood and guts being everywhere, but
it's fine. I'm sure
it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so there's a lot of panic going on. That was 1 crit and 1 regular success. So
spectacular.
Hopefully that's enough.
Barry, you have a bird's eye view of this. So Angel kind of you can see her sort of loosening up her muscles, and it's very strange to watch because she looks like she's done this 1,000 times before, which is not possible.
Maybe, I don't know.
And she sort of like shakes it out and goes over to the door. And do you go foot first or head first, Angel?
I'm going to, you know what? I think she's going to try to attempt to go foot first. She's going to try to actually do like a jeté type jump.
Sort of like
to try to
wiggle through a little
and try
bit.
to like, yeah, kind of kick out to try to somehow do that. Yes.
So you get to those hips
Mm-hmm.
and you get stuck for a second.
Oh,
And there's a sheer moment of panic of, oh God, what have I done? I've made a terrible, terrible mistake. Oh God. And then you slide through. And through some miracle, you're able to stick the landing. So you don't fall. It actually, like, Diego and Core, you're sort of impressed. It looked kind of cool the way that she did that. But in the last second, Angel, you stumble and put your hand directly in the red spear on the opposite side of the hull. And for the second time in 24 hours, you've got blood on you.
Great. Yep. This is fantastic. Mm-hmm. But hey, I didn't die. Yay.
Barry.
I don't know if
for last.
I can't. It's gonna cut me in half. I know it's gonna cut me in half.
It won't. We'll help. We'll help.
We would literally pull you free before the elevator would be able to do. But
I don't think you can do that.
Just trust us. Trust us.
I've done it before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Another huge commotion downstairs, and this time the elevator does shift.
Come on.
Barry.
Okay, catch me. And he's gonna like slide at the door, but then stop at the very edge and then just barely poke his feet out and like shimmy down. And Barry's not very tall. Barry's like 5'5", 5'6" on a good day. And he's not in great shape. So maybe a little roly-poly-ish as he shimmies out this elevator, hyperventilating the whole way and just making little mewing noises.
Barry,
grab my feet.
Roll your dex and athletics.
We need to add a fifth character that goes to the gym.
All right. Barry has 2 dice in that and got 2 successes. One of them is a crit.
Whoa!
Right.
Yes.
Barry.
Barry and Core are the same when it comes to dexterity and athletics.
You sort of like, you start wiggling and you're just saying, pull my feet, pull my feet, pull my feet, pull my feet. And I take it the 3 of you who have already made it out do go ahead and
go. Oh, yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we're going to. Yeah.
I will beat behind them because I follow.
And I still have blood on my hands, so sorry.
So now there's blood on Barry.
Yep.
With a split second to spare, another huge building shaking commotion happens downstairs. This time it kind of sounded like an explosive of some kind. And Barry, this is right about when your shoulders are flush with the elevator door. You hear a snap. And the sound of rushing air and something moving very quickly down just beside the elevator. And as these 3 grab your ankles and pull, you feel The elevator, the floor of the elevator, where your head currently rests, begin to drop. How long is Barry's hair?
It's not very long.
You feel as your head is pulled through this gap, the rush of air and just the slightest graze across the tippy top of your haircut as the elevator sinks behind you.
I told you it was going to chop my head off. It's going to chop my head off.
Didn't chop your head off. If anything, you're fine.
A moment later, a crash from behind you as the elevator plummets to the ground floor.
It was 50-50 chance, and we chose wisely.
I pull out another lozenge, I pop it, and I get another one, and I just put it in Barry's hands. And I then slide, rest up against the wall, slide down, and try to breathe normally, but I can't.
Barry, hug your comfort device. Hug it.
And Diego,
Barry, you
just
actually
try to
feel
breathe.
better hugging your phone. I'm going to point that out. Core's advice helps.
Breathe, Diego. You turn in a different color. Breathe.
We should go.
Yes, let's go. Please, let's go.
We should go. Core, where's the service?
It should be at the back of the building. We should probably move quickly, especially because of the explosions.
Right.
Well,
Yep.
Are we sure we should go in another elevator at this point?
Are there stairs?
Well, the stairs would be right next to it. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Barry
let's do
takes
that.
2 steps and then his knees buckle and he kind of sits down on the ground for a second.
Oh, I go help pick you up. And it's
Angel's
surprising.
going to try to help as well.
Surprisingly aware of a human being and their anxiety. Professor Diego actually on an impulse goes to help you.
This is something that you're fairly familiar with, so
I understand
you
fear
feel
and panic.
comfortable with this interaction.
Yes.
That was almost my head. It was.
But it's still attached to your
Yes,
body.
it wasn't your head. Let's go. Let's go.
wasn't your head.
We need your feet. We need your feet and your legs to move. Your head is okay. We need your head is okay. We need your legs and your feet.
One step. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. All right.
Okay, look at me. Look at my eyes. Okay, we can do this. We will get out of this situation right now. You got this. We'll help you. We're gonna go to the stairs right now. Okay. All right.
Stairs. Yes.
Stairs.
Okay.
Stairs. Yes.
Core is looking around to make sure that whatever left that blood smear is not in their way.
It's odd. This floor is immaculate except for that little smear of blood.
Does this?
It's almost like whatever caused it didn't see it coming.
Does it look? I don't know how to. Does it look like it's heading in the same direction we're going now?
Roll me intelligence and insight.
Insight.
Is it possible in this situation because of the fact that they're all trying to make sure that there's a safe, it's safe enough to head in that direction, as far as with Angel's ability to sense certain things, would she get any type of feeling on this floor that there's something else on this floor with them?
You aren't feeling the tingle like you normally would.
Okay.
3 successes.
3 successes, no crits.
This smear looks like it was created by a creature that was fleeing. You can't tell which direction it was going in, but you can kind of tell that it didn't make it very far.
Can I try something?
Sure. What
I would like to investigate the blood. Like, so I'm not experienced with blood, but I'm experienced with ink, and I want to see if I can tell how dry the blood is and when it becomes wetter. Just like when I'm writing my notes, I know how to watch for the smear on my hand.
Clever. Roll me the same thing, intelligence and insight.
Cool. Intelligence and insight. Okay. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 regulars and 2 crits, so 9.
Okay. Yeah. So the blood is definitely wetter, closer to the elevator entrance. So it looks like it was heading in your direction. However, I want you to describe what this looks like for the casual observers who are near you.
So you just see like complete focus and research mode, kind of a different kind of like laser focus come hit the professor's face as he starts to like, it's almost as if he's reading, almost as if the blood itself becomes not blood on a wall, but something transcribed on a wall. So he's like looking at it with that kind of attention, and he is able to identify exactly the gradation, like how dry it is here. That this right here is this is where the first a wound occurred. This blood is dry, and then he moves over here and he says this is not as dry as, and just kind of like talking to himself, muttering out loud, and finds the wettest piece of blood, and then goes from that point and actually touches it. So there's blood on his finger, and then goes immediately to the opposite end where it's completely dry and touches it with his other hand and shows everybody the wet blood on one finger and there's no blood on the other.
Well, I guess we should start calling you Professor NCIS.
I don't really watch TV, but this is the direction of the event. It started here, then it moved here, and then the last moment of it was there.
Okay, well, I understand you don't watch TV, but Professor Miami CSI, then.
Or
is that CSI Miami?
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
There's this direction.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Barry, it's we got it. No,
just keep
breathing.
Cora's gonna lead them, keeping an eye open for this individual that it's pretty fresh, as Diego has been able to establish.
I need everybody to make one roll for me.
All right.
That's going to encompass your entire trip to the stairwell. Roll me your composure and stealth. I know I'm challenging tonight. I woke up and chose violence.
Hey, I'm the one that didn't make Cora stealthy at all. So
3, 2.
1 regular, 1 crit.
Okay.
That's 1 all the way regular.
Oh boy.
Huh?
The 4 of you are not quiet as you round the corner to the stairwell and begin your descent. Diego. It seems odd to you that no one has noticed you. Because you know how sound travels, especially in a space like this. but you don't question it, especially as you're rounding the floor 2 stairs and making your way to the ground floor. And you get to those last couple of steps and you see the exit sign that leads outside to where the deliveries are made and things like that.
That's the way. That's where we want to go there. We want to get out of here, right?
I don't believe there's anything else for us in this building.
I'm going to just proceed. I'm not aware of anything. I'm going to leave. I'm going to head towards that. I'm going to try to head towards it, knowing that there's been a commotion, and I'm not that unaware that I would not want to be seen. So I am going to try to see. This is similar to when, after you give a big lecture, and you look out there and you see that there's some students that you're like, they're going to have questions at the end of this, and you don't want to be accosted by them. So you go to exit, but then sometimes you wait to hear if there's like student chatter outside. And if there is, then you just pause for a moment and wait for them to leave. So I'm going to my instincts kind of kick in, I guess, in a sense of that, if that makes any sense. And if the storyteller will allow.
There is a tiny little window in the exit door. It's got that kind of like mesh wiring in it, but you could look outside and see.
Oh, yes. I've done this a million times. I'm going to do that. But instead of looking for students, I'm going to look for something worse. I'm going to take a peek on my toes because I'm not tall either.
What is the marching order here?
I'm definitely helping Barry. So I'm basically just like at his side, like
you
trying
two
to.
are probably taking up the rear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Couple things happen at the same time. Diego, you look out of this window and you can see a big black panel van pulled into the alley. Its doors are wide open in the back. And there are 2 men pushing like a gurney towards it. And on that gurney, strapped down, is the raven-haired woman from earlier. She appears to be dead, unconscious. She's not moving. What does your body language do while you're taking in this scene?
I definitely stop breathing. I like immediately just and take a breath and hold it. And I think I freeze as I watch this, but I, under my breath, basically mutter out loud, narrating exactly what I see. The van, 2 people, and she's strapped in there, raven-haired woman, I think.
Barry and Angel. You see Diego tense. And you hear just the softest noise behind you before a black bag is pulled over your head and you lose consciousness. Core and Diego, the same thing happens to you a moment later. Diego, you are forcefully ripped away from that door. That pressure being the last thing that you remember before you fall unconscious. And that's where we'll end this evening.
Oh boy.
Boy, that worked out really great. That elevator was fun. Thank you to my amazing cast. Thank you guys so much for being incredible role players and for joining me on this journey. Thank you guys for showing up and for hanging out with us and for watching. I want to do a quick round the room to talk to everybody here about what they have coming up. Let's go with Justus again.
That's me. Hi, everybody. My name is Justus. You can find me on the socials as Stash Mando is what it's Stash Mando now because Mando kind of ruined it. Anyway, I don't have a lot going on. Soon on Gehenna Gaming, I'll have a V5 game coming out, but we just changed our release date, so I'm not sure when that's going to actually be now. And then on Mondays, you can find me on Nat One Fun doing some improv goodness.
Sweet. Briana, how about you?
Hi guys, I'm Briana, but as I mentioned earlier, I go by Utahime. I'm a cosplayer, occasional streamer when I get a chance to stream on my own channel a variety of games, and of course I am all about the tabletop, so I'm up to lots of different shenanigans. If you want to see what I'm up to, follow me at Utahime Cosplay or Briana DeCoster on Twitter.
Awesome. Markeia.
Hey, I'm Markeia McCarty. You can follow me on all the major socials at Markeia McCarty. That's MarkeiaMcCarty, or for Twitch and TikTok, it is Darth Markeia. So yeah, you can find me on this, and then also Damsels, Dice, and Everything Nice Saturdays at 6 p.m. PT on Pixel Circus's Twitch. And so that you probably know from last week, I am Monica Rambeau. I use Captain Marvel as in a princess form. So enjoy the campaign that's going to be happening with that.
That's amazing.
Oh, I have such a big crush on you now.
You didn't already?
I mean, I was halfway there, but that just secures it. Last but not least, Luis, tell us what you're up to.
Yeah, I think I already said in the beginning where you can find me, which is just Luis Carazo on Twitter and Instagram. Put that together, I pop up. I guess the big thing that's happening is I'm on the Exandria Unlimited Calamity, so you can watch that tomorrow night. Because somebody commented on that, and I have to bring this back, something that I've already done in the past with Markeia is our Outbreak Undead, which I think is absolutely worth revisiting. The first season is on Hunters Entertainment, Twitch, and also on VOD on YouTube. And the second season is with Hyper RPG. But I'm really proud of the work that we did on that, and I think that's absolutely worth people checking out if they're interested.
It's spooky.
It's spooky. It was fun. And I have two films that are in the festival circuit. One is still doing strong. Of Hearts and Castles is winning awards. I won a Best Actor award. I don't remember the festival, but felt good. And then I have a new film that's starting the festival circuit that's called Don't Tear Yourself Apart. And I'll post whenever I'm in something. I post about it on my social media.
Amazing. Guys, I am so lucky to get to play games with such talented, cool people. What the hell am I doing here? I'm Diana. I've been your storyteller this evening. I am the marketing and communications director over at Die Hard Dice. So cool dice, come talk to me, come find me. That's what I do. This is kind of it for right now. There are a couple things that are going to be releasing shortly, both on Hearthsinger Games as well as Gehenna Gaming. But for right now, come see me here on Wednesdays, and I will try and cut my players in half with elevators. We'll see you guys next week for episode 4 of our Hunter Chronicle, where things are really starting to pick up for this cell. Can't wait to see what happens. Everyone have a good night. We'll see you next week.